Welcome back. What we're going to do now is show you some compressions. This is one of my favourite exercises on the Vew Do board. The reason why it's one of my favourite is because it hits the quads, it hits the back of your legs, it hits your calves, it hits your glutes, lower back and your core like you would not believe. It is a fantastic calorie burner, a great toner for the legs, but for lower extremity in general, it's a fantastic way to train. Now I'm going to show you how we set the board up first. We're going to use for this exercise the teeter board, the teeter rock, sorry. And what we do is we place the teeter in the middle there, and we make sure that the board is directly in the middle of the rock. So when we land it, we need to make sure that we've got it completely balanced and we don't have either tip touching down. Now when we mount the board, you can mount left or right side first. I tend to mount right side first because I'm right-footed. And we then take the board down on the ground. Now before we begin, we get into a nice stable position, i.e. neutral spine, standing nice and tall, chest out. I get my arms ready as though I'm going to go for a run, and then we touch down. Now, the teaching point here, which is really important, is when you touch down, you must keep your heels connected to the board at all times. That way we get full activation of the quads. Okay, let me show you how we do this. Right, so we touch down. We touch down, and you can see I'm working through the hips, so from my feet, going all the way through to my core. There's a great kinetic chain there, and already I can start feeling the activation. Now, to make this exercise just a little bit more challenging, what I like about this is we can now start to go down a little bit more. So we can go into a little squat, keep the movement going, keep those heels down, and essentially what's important here is keeping the weight on the back of the heels, so we get the full activation of the quads there. And this one, I can tell you now, starts to burn after about 30 seconds. And we can stay down here. If you're feeling really strong, stay down. If you're not feeling so strong, then come up, but keep the board moving. And that's your compression. Welcome back. This exercise that I'm going to show you is what we call upper body compressions. This works all the major muscles in the upper extremity or the upper body. So we're looking at chest, shoulders, and the back of your arms, i.e. your triceps. One of my favourites. Now, the setup for this one is your teeter. And we then place the board in the teeter, and again, same as the lower body compressions, we make sure that it's equally balanced, and then to get into the position for this, we go into a press-up pose, and then we touch down each side. Arms slightly bent, and then we touch down. And you can do that for up to 60 seconds to get a right old burn on. That's your upper body compressions.